Hello, and welcome, my friends, to the next video in the Create Better Content series, where I show you how to tap into your creativity so that you never run out of content ideas again. My name is Penny, and I am the guide and the developer of this unique creative content development process. I want to teach you how to create more engaging content, the kind that you'll post and share that's going to help you reach more qualified customers online. And if you want to learn more about creativity and how all this tapping into this creativity stuff can help you develop your content marketing plans, I would be beyond happy to see you hit that button and subscribe to this channel, and you'll see that button below. As for below, in the description box, you're going to see a couple of links. The first link that you'll see is for my book called I Just Did a Thing. And in my book, I go into more detail about the science behind why I'm always talking about tapping into your creativity, why this actually helps your whole brain, body, mind, and soul to help you with your content creation. And I even go into how you can make some big changes in your business and your life. The second link that you're going to see there is that you can subscribe to the Create Your Business program, where you can personally go through this process that I describe to you and I talk to you about all the time in all of these videos in my channel. And it's a process of developing remarkable content and teaching you how to tap into that creative side of you by giving you some creative activities to do every single month. So in today's video, I want to do a deep dive into a topic that I believe is super important for your content marketing success: the customer buyer's journey. I'm going to walk you through what this buyer's journey thing is and why all these marketing experts look to this process as so important. I want you to think about the customer buyer's journey as like a roadmap in your marketing plan to create these touch points that you can turn into content that will move your customer from just researching to actually clicking that buy here button. So let's get into it today. So at its core, the customer buyer's journey is a path. It's like a path that your potential customers take from the moment that they realize, I've got a problem here, or I need to figure out something, or there's something missing, or there's something I need to do, or something I need to look for, to the moment that they actually decide to make a purchase. And it's the customer journey is this really amazing process when you go through it. And one of the best things about it is it actually improves what they call customer retention, because you have created content. You have created what I'm referring to as touch points. And this content and touch points actually talks to the customer. It talks to them. It talks to them not just about what happened, during the sale and why they wanted to buy stuff, but what happens before you make that sale and after the sale. It's like a whole journey, hence the name, customer's buyer's journey. It's a whole customer experience. And when you go through this process, which I'm going to take you through today, you really get to understand your customers better. You understand these touch points, what's going to take them from the different stages, what's going to take them from the beginning of their awareness. How can your marketing messages get your business in front of them as even an option to all of this stuff that they're searching for and all of the things that they're looking for? Where can you personalize your marketing messages using these content touch points in their marketing messages, right? So this is going to help you dig in and uncover a better understanding of what they do, what they think, what they feel, and what's their pain point. And how can we take all of that information and turn it into content that's going to personalize your marketing messages, and it's going to allow your marketing to become more focused on the customer and what the customer needs and the solutions that they're looking for, rather than you just saying, oh, I'm the best one here, you need to go with me. You're going to give them reasons why. You're going to build up the trust with them along this journey, and you're going to show them why your business or why you, if you're a solopreneur, are the person that they want to work with to solve the problem that they are currently looking for. And the thing I want to stress about this is, when it comes to the customer buyer's journey, is when we look at the buyer's journey, the path to purchase is not like this linear funnel model that we've all been taught. You know what I mean? That funnel, it's a great big funnel up at the top, and there's all this stuff at the top, and then there's a middle area, and then the very, very bottom is the purchase. Well, the way that people make purchases these days, it has everything to do with the fact that we have so much information, and that thing that we carry in our pockets, in our purses, that we carry around with us, and we keep it on our desks, and we sleep next to it at night, in our phone. It has everything to do with the fact that we can just pick up our phone, we can do as much research, we can ask questions, we can Google things, we can go on Facebook, ask for recommendations. There's so many ways that we can go through this process to go from I have a problem to what's my solution, that the actual linear model is not the way that this works anymore. So I want you to kind of move past thinking about a sales funnel, I guess is the best way to put it, because the way that people are making purchases is just so differently. The way that we as customers interact with a business and get people interested in working with us, and we get to know who, it's not this great big funnel thing anymore, because there's a lot more pieces and parts that we need to be looking at when we move people through the journey, when we become aware that they even have an option to what's happening to them, to our business being a solution to the problem that they're looking for. It's a whole customer experience, really. It's like this huge process. And when we think about the customer buyer's journey, it's not just about how we can get them into the top of the funnel. It's about how we can deliver overall exceptional customer experience from the start to the finish. And that's one of those things that's going to build trust, and it's going to create a loyalty that the customers are going to have with us. So when we start planning out our marketing messages, I want you to look at 4 different categories, prompts, or however you want to say that, when it comes to each one of the stages of the customer journey. And the customer journey moves through the stages like this. It starts with awareness, and then it goes to consideration, and then it moves into decision. So if we have these 3 stages, I want you to look at it from this perspective. And so each of these stages, we look at 4 different, I guess, prompts or questions that you want to ask yourself. What do they say? What do they do? How are they feeling? And what is their pain for not taking action? These 4 things are what help guide you into answering some questions and thinking through how you're going to create this content to reach potential customers on each one of these stages of awareness, consideration, and decision. So let's go through the first ones. So if we go through the first one of what do they say? So are they saying something like, I'm struggling, I don't understand how this works, I'm overwhelmed, I'm overloaded, I need help, I need something that's going to fit in my budget? What is it that they're saying? And it's really important to us understand too that each one of these phases, they're going to be saying different things. So these 4 questions that I'm going to share with you today, you will actually take each one of these stages, awareness, consideration, and decision, and answer all 4 of these types of questions. And that is the process that we're going to go through today, but it's also the process that you are going to go through when you start working out the content for your customer buyer's guide. Okay, so the first thing is, like I'd said, what do they say right now? And the second piece is, what do they do? Do they go online to Google? Do they search? Do they talk to friends? Do they ask for a recommendation? What is their path to say, okay, I'm going to do something about this. You know, I'm tired of feeling like I'm struggling. I need something that's going to fit into my budget. Here's what I'm going to do. I want to join a group program. I'm going to learn how to do these things. I'm going to hire a coach. I'm going to do this video series. What is it that they are going to do? So it's a really important part of this piece here that we want to look through. And I don't want to get too specific about exactly what people are going to do, because everybody's customer is going to answer this differently. But I'm just giving you some suggestions about how you could be answering this question. And the next thing we do, the third question that we're going to ask, is we ask them, what are they thinking? What are they feeling? I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling disturbed, or I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling joyful. What are they thinking? What are they feeling? And this is a really important piece here, because this is going to be one of those parts that is going to help you create your content. Because when you can actually use their words, I feel like this, I think that this way, this is this and this. When you can use their words in your marketing messages, this prompt in particular, this question in particular, it's going to be that moment that really resonates with them, that really sits with them, and they're like, oh my goodness, she's talking to me. That is exactly how I feel. That is exactly what I'm thinking. And that's when you are going to make that connection, that touch point with them, that they are going to open their eyes and think, okay, I want to know more about this business. Who are these people? What are they saying? What more are they saying? And can they help me? And then the fourth piece, the fourth question that you want to ask is, what is their pain point and what do they gain? And I mean this in a way of both sides of it. I want to both sides it. So what is their pain point and what do they gain by getting the solution? But also, what is their pain if they don't take action? So they're gaining something when they do take action, but they're also, there's a pain if they don't take the action. So when I say both sides of this, there are people that kind of sit on the fence about things, and they're gaining something from that. They're gaining from, being undecided. They're gaining from being overwhelmed. They're gaining something for not taking an action. So that's why I wanted to say it on both sides of this. But basically, we want to think about it from this. We look at these four pieces and parts. What do they say? What do they do? What are they thinking? What are they going to miss out on for not taking action? And when you start moving through this process and you start answering these questions with regards to your customers and your customer buyer's journey, you're going to actually start to see crossover of phrases, crossover of keywords, crossover of sentences that keep coming up. And those are the ones that you're going to use in your content. Those are the words and the phrases that are going to resonate with your customer. Because if this is what people are thinking, if this is what people are feeling, if this is what people are saying, these are the phrases and the keywords that you want to use. If you think of it from this perspective, there's a reason that we're going to, the reason that somebody's going to read your blog post, and when they're reading the social media post and then they hear their own words back to them, this is that moment where it connects with them and they're thinking to myself, oh my goodness, that is so me. I want to know more about this business, and I want to know how they're going to be the ones that are going to help me with my problems. So let's go through these three stages of the customer journey. As I've already shared with you before, the awareness, consideration, and decision. But I want to get a little bit more specific with regards to each of these stages so you understand the difference between the three of them. So the first stage is awareness. This is where the customer first becomes aware of the problem or they have a need. It's like, somebody's like, oh my goodness, how am I going to do this? And immediately first thing they do is they pick up their phone and they start typing things into Google. I'm looking for a solution for X, Y, and Z. And your job here with your content marketing is to find a way to catch their attention and understand what they are thinking, what they're saying, what they're doing, what's their pain for not taking action, and taking that information and creating valuable content that addresses their pain points. Because this is the awareness where the journey begins. And this is where your potential customer becomes really aware of the challenge or maybe a need that they have in their lives or their business or what's going on with them personally. Your role at this stage is just to find ways to capture their attention. And you're going to offer them valuable content that addresses those pain points. But it's really important to understand here in the awareness stage is that the content is going to give lots and lots of value, but it's not going to offer any kind of commitment up front. No financial commitment up front. You want to make sure that this is not the point. The awareness is not the point where you try to get them to buy something for you. You're not really asking them to do anything. You're just asking them to take action, like read a blog post, look at a video, download an ebook, something that's not going to cost them anything to take the action. But the action is going to, I don't want to say the action, the content that they're taking action on, the video, the blog post, the ebook or checklist or whatever it is that they're going to download, the content is so spot on and understands what their pain points are that they walk away thinking this business is talking to me. They're telling me that they have a solution to my problem. And they're saying, this is your problem. This is where you're suffering. Here's your answer. That's what the awareness stage is all about. So we move on to the consideration stage. And in the consideration stage, this is that point when by this point, you hope, your potential customer is aware of your business and is receiving all kinds of amazing, valuable, remarkable content from you because they are actively researching their solutions. They are exploring all of their different options. They're reading reviews. They're looking for advice. And this is the moment where you want to say, okay, you know who I am. How can you represent your business, yourself personally, if you are the solopreneur, if you are the face or the name of the business, how do you represent yourself as the go-to expert? Because now they've hit this place where they say, okay, I've learned about your business, I've read your blog post, I've watched your videos, I downloaded that ebook. I want to get more in depth and want to learn more about you as a business. Is this something that your business can help me with? Because you're speaking to me with all of this free and amazing content. I want to know more about you. So your goal in the consideration stage is to find ways that you can keep them connected to you. I mean, if they've come to your website and they've read your blog post, you want them to take the next step. So is the next step for you for them to get on your email list? Is the next step for you to have them sign up for a video training series? Is the next step for you to have them sign up for a free workshop? You want to think about what the next step is. And so if I've got their attention and they're actually coming to my website and they're spending time on my blog post or spending time on my YouTube channel or TikTok or wherever it is that you are, how can you get them to move past doing more research, doing more, Googling and all of that stuff, but to stay with you and to take them deeper and deeper? Because at this part of the consideration stage, you want to be, and hence the word, considered as a solution to their problem. So that's the really important piece, the difference between the awareness and the consideration. Okay, two different places, but we've moved from awareness now and we've gone into consideration. So now we've gotten to consideration and we've moved them into you're selling something. You're selling a program. You're selling a DIY product. You're selling a product, a tangible product that they can hold in their hands. Now is the time when they now have come to this place where they know they're aware of their problem. They're aware of solutions that are available to them. They've reached the consideration stage where now that they have taken action, they've gotten on your email list. They've participated in free workshops. They've watched a free video series or whatever it is that you're doing for your next step. And now you're selling something. And now you're in the place where your potential customer is ready to choose the solution. And they want to take the decision to take action. So at this point, they start looking at purchasing. Like, how much is this thing? What do I get with it? Is this the best product and the service for me? So the content that you will do in the decision stage is the last step of the customer's path of purchase. This is that place where we want to give them a push, get them to make a decision. How can we actually get them to click on that buy here button? So this is the place when we look at our content, and our content is not about blog posts. It's not about, workshops or anything like that. It's more about that moment where we can get them to make the final decision. Maybe it's we maximize our email sequence that we're going to send them down. They've signed up for something, and now we're selling something, so we maximize our email sequence to get them to pay, to buy here, to pay for whatever it is that the purchase is. What we can do in our email sequence, we could offer time-limited exclusive offers. In the next 48 hours, you get $200 off the whole program, and it's not going to cost you a day less than you would have, something like that. It's also a great place in your email to talk about client testimonials, case studies. This is that, all these amazing things that these people have had great success with. You want them to read this information and to see themselves in it, because they're looking at your business as this option. And you want to make sure that you are telling them that this is how the purchase works, that this is how, let me start that sentence over again. It's like I'm trying to say three things and it's all coming out of my mouth at once. So they're looking at your business as an option. And you now have this opportunity to sell to them because you have been through the whole customer journey together. You have walked them through the awareness. You have gotten to the point where they've taken action and into the consideration stage. And now this content that you are creating is all about making the sale. And they had to go through all of this to get to that sale. So you could ask for that sale, to ask you to buy something from them. So when we think about it from that perspective, we have now earned their trust. So that when we ask them to buy something for them, ask them to buy something from us, it's not just coming out of the blue like, oh, hold on a minute, I don't even know who you are. And you want me to pay how much to do what? By this point, if we have worked the journey the way it should be worked, we know we are in a great place to ask for the sale and to get their decision to buy. So we look at the customer journey. It's like a roadmap, right? And it shows us how to create content that will guide your potential customers through each one of these stages, through awareness, through consideration, and into the decision. And when you work your content marketing using the customer buyer's journey, you not only can boost your engagement, increase your engagement, but it also allows you to increase your chances of conversion. And you'll find yourself in a place where you can deliver remarkable content, the best content that they will need at each one of these stages. And it nurtures these leads, and it builds the trust along the way. And let me tell you, folks, when it comes to, this online digital world that we're all in right now, and the fact that the sales funnel is not set up as this linear thing that we were initially spoken to, and it's a path, when we think about it from that way, building trust is like the ultimate currency. Because when you align your content with their journey, you can begin to create persuasive experience for your potential customers. And from all of this together, when you create this content, when you develop this content and it guides your customers through each of the stages, you not only will increase engagement in your social media posts, in your video views, in your TikToks, and everything else that you're doing out there, but will also increase your chances of converting those leads into loyal customers. So thank you so much for joining me today with this creative process. If you've enjoyed this content about creativity, I hope that you will consider subscribing to this channel. And if you're ready to dig into the deep work of developing your content marketing strategy, the link is below to subscribe to the Create Your Business program. You will get content like I talked through in today's video, and you will get a monthly interactive workbook that shows up in your inbox, and you'll get creative tools that actually show up at your front door. And you will learn how to develop your content marketing in a new way to ensure that you will never run out of content ideas again. You are magnificent, my friend. And let me be the first to say, I'm proud of you. Until next time.